Well, hello there and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022. Whenever you're seeing this, it's probably 2022, unless this video lives in the archives and someone finds it in some future year. Anyway, I hope you had an outstanding time last night. Hopefully everyone's nice and safe and everything. So anyway, as always, please share, comment, subscribe, like the videos, etc., etc., etc. And remember, I am not a financial attorney. I'm not a CPA. I'm not anything at all. I'm not a doctor, not a medical expert. I'm just mazske. I just kind of share stories. And I try to maybe, challenge folks at times. So anyway, something I want to chat about here this morning on January 1st of 2022 is let's all try to be, different. Let's try to be unique. Let's try to do our own thing. Let's try not to be sheep. Let's try not to just go mainstream and do what everyone else does. When I think back over my life, I can remember being a teenager and I don't know, you just want to be a little bit different, but you don't want to stand out too much. You know, I had long hair back as a teen. I wore jean jackets all the time. That was just the thing I did. I didn't think anyone saw me, but I think people did see me. You know, I tried to hide behind the hair, I think, at times. But anyway, when I look through the generations, I see young people try to be, let's say different than their parents or whatnot. Different times, what you'll see is kids might color the hair a different color. Or even grown-ups. They might get different tattoos. They might wear different styles of clothing. They might get piercings in their nose, the ear, their tongue, whatever. They just try to be different. So what I would like to challenge you all is to be different in this aspect of your life. Be different in caring and planning for your financial future, okay? The majority of Americans do not plan for their financial future. Okay, I dare say if all of you start planning for your financial future, you will have a better financial future. I humbly do believe that the majority of Americans, if they will start investing, be it in their chosen form of investment, they will have a better financial future than if they did not. Okay, if nothing else, if someone just put $50 a paycheck away into their 401k or 457 or in their bank account, over time it'll grow into some number. It might not grow into a lot. Maybe it's $50,000. Wouldn't you rather be, let's say, 65 and have $50,000 available to you than to have $0 available to you? Okay. But now let's back up just a little bit. Let's say everyone learns how to invest. And instead of $50,000, maybe it's $500,000, or maybe it's $1 million. Wouldn't that be a lot better to have $1 million available to you than to have $0 available to you? Okay? So if you think it's impossible, I'll repeat something I've said before. There's two things you can do. You can decrease your expenses, you can increase your income. Okay? The majority of Americans can cut something to decrease their expenses. I dare say I'm making up a number, 95% of Americans can probably cut expenses. Quit smoking, quit chewing tobacco, quit drinking excessively, quit vaping, quit buying your lattes at Starbucks, et cetera, et cetera. Look at your cell phone plan, look at your cable bill. Do you need cable? You can stream. I have Amazon and I have Amazon Prime, which gives me their video service, and I subscribe to Netflix. I can never watch everything that's in Amazon Prime or Netflix. It's way too much, okay? And then I have YouTube, like we all do. It's free. I don't pay anything for YouTube. There's movies on YouTube. There's news on YouTube. There's sporting events on YouTube. There's sporting events on Amazon Prime. There's other times I can stream NFL games on my phone through an app, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? Why pay? I don't work a job now to know if my coworkers are doing this, But why pay $200+ for a month for a cable bill when you can pay like, I don't know, $15 a month to stream Netflix and it's everything you need? Okay, look at your cell phone bill. Can you get something cheaper? I use Google Fi, Project Fi. My basic unlimited calling and texting is $20 a month. I then pay for data. It's $10 per gigabyte, I think, but I seldom use data. It connects to Wi-Fi in my house and out and about different times, and I don't use very much data. So my monthly cell phone bill, it's around maybe $30 or so on average, 30, 31. So anyway, I got to do something about my notifications. They pop up sometimes on my phone and they kind of block something and distracts me. So then anyway, just look at where you can cut expenses, look at housing, look at vehicles. And that's the two big ones. If you can cut expenses on housing, cut expenses on your vehicle, maybe you don't need to cut all the little stuff, the lattes and this and that and this and that. But the problem is a lot of Americans get this nice McMansion. They can't sell it to get to house hack or get something smaller to save money. Some can. Maybe you'll be the one that can. And what's house hacking? I'll be brief here. House hacking is buying a duplex, triplex, quadplex where you live in one unit and your tenants then pay your mortgage and pay your expenses and give you positive cash flow. At the same time, maybe it's, if you have a single family home, maybe it's getting a roommate who pays you $500 a month. And that's another form of house hacking. You're getting income from a tenant to help you pay some or all of your mortgage. Okay, that's house hacking in a nutshell. All right, vehicles. The majority of Americans, I think, have a loan payment for their car, their vehicle. We have a small loan payment. It's at 1.9% interest rate, so it's not like very high interest rate. We are paying that down. I pay extra on every month, so we're getting it paid off. But a lot of Americans have monthly bills on their vehicles, I don't know, $500, let's say. Our monthly bill on our car is like, I don't know, $200 something, I think. Not 500. 500's big. Okay, 200 something is too much, but 500 is way too much. Okay, but anyway, start looking at your investments. You got to pay down, if you have debt, you got to look at paying down debt, but at the same time, my recommendation, my thoughts is to, if it was me, I would start investing because investments can grow. As an example, my 1.9% vehicle loan. My investments, I expect to grow a lot more than 1.9%. So do I really want to pay a lot extra on that vehicle, or can I put that extra money into investments that'll grow? However, with that being said, sometimes investments might go down temporarily, not forever, they go down. So you gotta balance it, okay? But with investing, I've said this many times, you can invest in stocks, you can invest in crypto, you can invest in alternative assets. But in my humble opinion, I think the best asset that can grow your wealth is real estate. And I'll be brief with this. Real estate provides you monthly cash flow, okay? At times, we'll talk about net worth. Net worth is just the amount we're worth. If you add up our assets, subtract our liabilities, that's our net worth. You can't eat net worth. You can't live off net worth per se. What you live off of is cash flow. So if you get one rental house, it may cash flow $250 a month. That won't make you rich, right? One won't make you rich. But over time, that rent will go up and your positive cash flow may go to $75, $300. It'll go up over time. And eventually you'd pay it off so you'll have more cash flow. But if you get one, then you get two. Then you get three. Then you get four. And once you get to four, let's say you're getting that $250 a month. Now you're at $1,000 a month. Again, you can't retire on $1,000 a month unless you're extremely frugal, but it's a supplement to your income. But if you don't spend it, you save it. That helps you to fund the down payment for your fifth and your sixth and your seventh and your eighth. And then the magic starts happening. The magic is after several years, it can be different in every market and every year, whatever time it is. Over time, houses should appreciate in value somewhat. At the same time, mortgages get paid down, so your equity in the property will grow. So as the years go on, and when I say years, it might be 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, somewhere in there, you may decide to sell a property. Like I just sold my triplex. And I forced appreciation on my triplex by renovating it and making it nicer than what it was when I bought it. So I forced appreciation. Okay, I didn't make a ton of money, but I made a chunk of money because I spent a ton of money renovating it. So I got back all the money I spent renovating it, which was a lot. Live and learn. So then once you get to that point, maybe you sell one, you got a chunk of money. Maybe you turn that one house into 3 houses or 4 houses. Maybe you get to the point you do a cashback refinance. Like on my triplex, a year and a half ago, I did a cashback refinance on it, and I pulled out a chunk of money, tax-free money, cashback refinance. And then I used that to buy, combined with cashback refinance on a single-family home, I used that to buy 9 more properties. Okay, so, and I still kept the triplex and a single-family home and bought those 9, still had positive cash flow in the triplex and the single-family home. But now, a year and a half later, I sold the triplex and took out another chunk of money that I have now invested in another investment. Okay, so when you start investing, it will be slow. It does not happen overnight. It does not happen fast. Don't chase the hype. Don't try to get rich overnight. Getting rich, it comes and it goes. What you want is to get wealthy. Okay, it's a journey. You take your time. It might take you a decade. But think about in a decade if you start and you could be financially independent in 10 years. If you're 25 years old, maybe when you're 35, you're financially independent. If you're 35 years old, maybe in 10 years you're 45 and you're financially independent. Okay, see what I'm saying? You don't have to wait until you're 65. You don't have to be 65 and live off Social Security. You can become financially independent at a younger age, but you got to plan for it. You got to write your goals down and figure out how you want to progress on your journey to financial independence. And maybe you don't want to become financially independent. Maybe you just want to have a better financial future. That's okay. That's okay. But you got to make a plan. Okay? All right, we're up to 12 minutes, so I'm going to cut this off. Stay safe. Enjoy 2022, and Mazske is signing out.